Welcome, everybody, to episode 43 of the effing title. This week we have the NFL Week 12 review and Week 13 preview with our hostesses, with the mostesses, FFEJJr and Scratchy. Fedge, how are you doing?
I think that inadvertently means I have the mostest more than Rob, so that's kind of cool.
Right, because you're
Very
first.
excited about that. Yeah, exactly, because I got named first.
I mean, Rob, do you have any issue with that? Guess not. All right.
Guess not. That's what I'm hearing. So this is exactly the answer I was expecting. So, but yeah, we're back, ready to go, better than ever. It's kind of a big deal around here, you know. Little Turkey Day football, and it feels like the week just ended. I don't know about you, but it feels like it just ended.
Yeah, you know, I mean, like what,
about an hour ago.
Yeah, about an hour,
hour,
2 hours ago, sort of thing. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. It feels like it just ended. And I mean, it was a good week. I don't know.
I think this is one of the wildest weekends we've had in the NFL in a little while.
Oh, for sure. I mean, overall, the games weren't horrible. Today's game was actually mildly entertaining, more so than I thought it was going to be. With the Steelers just proving to everyone that they're not undefeated material. The problem is that they really don't have much competition to change that throughout the year, the rest of the season. So,
True.
My big shock of the week: Falcons destroying, running, passing, doing pretty much whatever they wanted to over the Raiders without Julio Jones. Was a shock to me, and also I just thought that the Titans were going to be a little closer with the Colts after their first week, but that's just my first takes as we're starting here.
I thought that the Browns yet again somehow are able to last second beat a bad team, or like put them away. It's getting fucking annoying now.
Yeah, they're not that good a team. Said that for a while now, huh?
Yeah, seeing Houston, kind of coming back a little bit. It's kind of fun.
It's fun besides the fact that their whole team's taking PEDs, but that's another story.
Oh, did you see who their strength coach is?
No, who was it?
Brian Cushing.
Sorry, I just sneezed there. Yeah, that's
Brian
from the tree there.
Yeah, Brian Cushing, the man who won an award, then lost it. They did a recount, and then he won again. Just proving that if you do cheat, you don't just win; you win twice.
It's pretty crazy. I mean, I like it. I mean, why win once when you can win twice? I just say
makes sense, right?
I'm for it.
All right,
down with it, dude.
So let's take a look at the weekly picks. Scratchy.
Obviously, I did great.
Scratchy leading the pack at 12-4. Me coming in second, 10-6.
You didn't do these right. There's no way I got 9 games right.
Yeah, you got 9 games right.
Wow.
Yep.
Wild.
And you got 9 games right, and you got the lock of the week as well. So that's kind of cool. Which brings our totals to Scratchy with a 5-point lead over me. I have a 8-point lead over Jeff. So
that's it.
Yep.
Coming back.
Yep. Your comeback's still alive, man. I'm just.
Still coming back.
We're just scratching. I'm trying to scratch back mine with Scratchy, and Fed just trying to just come back. Period.
That's why I'm just gonna pick every pick opposite of Scratchy this week, and eventually I'll make it up, right?
I mean, one of these weeks, right? I mean, everything has to flip. I think
that's how it works.
All right. So, like we just said, we had a game today, with the Ravens Steelers game, which we're not going to talk too much about. But COVID in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean, besides everyone coming off of COVID, I mean, those are the big stories. We get Denver actually has a quarterback this week, which is awesome.
Oh, damn.
All signs are pointing to the Ravens getting the majority of their players back. Besides everyone that they lost tonight, we'll see how serious some of those are.
Especially with a Tuesday night game. That's going to be huge.
That's good. It's good. I like it. But yeah, I mean, I have not heard of anyone. As far as big deals to actually get put on COVID so far, no one that I'm hearing anything about. So it's good news in my opinion. I mean, that's
100%.
what we want. We want teams to be fully healthy, going to, and Upsetting, I don't know if we said anything yet, but upsetting this week because the Ravens can't get their shit right. We don't have a Thursday game this week, so.
Yep.
Yay!
That's actually really unfortunate because usually those are the games I catch up on with Rob because he's really bad at picking Thursday night games, but.
Yeah, I'm really bad at Thursday night games.
You are. I.e. this week, Thursday night, you were horrible.
Yeah.
The Ravens-Steelers game, you got wrong again. That was supposed to be last Thursday night game, so I'm still counting it.
Well, then I got it right.
You got it wrong.
I picked the Steelers.
I know, I'm kidding.
Don't mess with me, because I really don't know.
He's like, I really don't.
I love that
remember
he really doesn't remember, and that was his lock of the week as well.
He does it. He just goes off on little tangents, and
just shows up every now and then, just yelling and screaming at us, and then.
Love
All right, so week 13. Let's get right into it. Starting off strong, 1 p.m. We got New Orleans at Atlanta. I know I said starting off strong. It's going to be the Saints.
Why?
Saints.
Why are you picking it so easily like that?
Because A-B-A. Anybody but Atlanta. I'm sticking to my guns.
Interesting.
What do you got, Rob?
Guys, is Taysom Hill still the quarterback?
Probably.
Taysom Hill's still the quarterback.
Then we're going with the Falcons.
Why are you going with the Falcons when they're undefeated with Taysom Hill the quarterback now?
Because the Falcons have a quarterback. No,
Okay.
I mean, real reason is because the Falcons looked really good last week, and their offense is starting to click, and it doesn't look like the defense is going to puke all over itself anymore. So I'm going to pick the Falcons. I think they can just score more points than the Saints. It's the only reason. I think the Saints have an awesome defense, but correct me if I'm wrong, Jeff, and I know you will. Have the Saints with Taysom Hill, I know it's only been 2 weeks, but have they scored over 20 points? And if so,
Yes,
over
both games.
21?
Yes, both games.
Both games, huh?
So first off, I am also picking the Atlanta Falcons in a rematch of the game 2 weeks ago where Taysom Hill made his first start. Atlanta will win this game. They settled for 3 field goals early, or they would have put that game away. They ended up losing the game 9-24. But obviously, based off of not being able to put the ball in the end zone, I don't think the Falcons will have that problem at home. The Saints always struggle on the road, except when you're going to Denver without a quarterback. It's really doesn't matter who you're playing in that case. If the other team doesn't have a quarterback. Yeah, that's the other game, Rob. They beat them 31-3. So
Yeah,
that's
I don't count it when they played a freaking wide receiver off the practice squad. I do not count that game.
That's more of well, those are the 2 games. You said
The
2
Broncos
games. I gave
threw
you 2
more,
games.
they threw more interceptions than they had completions.
Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it?
The one thing I will say though is you got to get. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm going to give the kid props anyway. For fucking, on what day was it that he found out? What, Friday?
What?
Was it Friday that he found out?
You're talking about Hinton? Dude?
Yeah.
You're not blaming Hinton.
No. I'm saying I
100%.
wasn't saying. I wasn't saying
I'm not
that.
talking about you. I'm talking
I was
about
saying
Rob.
we got to give him props. Like we got to give that kid props.
dude, you go out
for
there.
Friday.
He was literally on the practice squad for the minimum amount of time he could have been.
Just Friday rolls around to the Sunday night game, and you go, "Oh, hey, by the way, kid, we need you to come play quarterback, huh?"
Yeah, dude, suit up. Let's go. You played it once or twice in college. Come on. You got to give the guy props. But back to this game, I mean, Colin, you can pick the Saints. It's going to come down to the Saints defense. Can the Saints defense shut down Atlanta's offense again?
That's what I'm going with. Is I think the Saints defense is going to be a drastic improvement from the past week, and I think that Atlanta's going to be running high and running, kind of a little bit cocky going into this game after what they just did to the Raiders. So, Detroit at Chicago.
Ooh.
So here's my question: who's the starting quarterback for Chicago going to be?
Mitch Trubisky just announced today.
Great, Bears. Moving on.
Rob, what do you got?
Detroit. Detroit's about to do what Houston's been doing. They fire their head coach, fire their GM, and they
start
just go
getting
on
shit
winning
going.
streaks.
That's what I'm saying too. I am going to Detroit, and because of that, the Bears are on a 5-game losing streak, and I think the Lions are going to make it 6. It's going to be a close game, I think. But Mitch just has some problems right now. I think he plays well in this game with a bad Detroit defense, but like Rob said, players majority of the time feel obligated for
The players
they're-
hated Matt Patricia because he ran it like a freaking boot camp.
tried
gonna-
running it like Bill
Yes.
Belichick. And
They're
can't
going
do
to
it.
be so happy and play so loose and free. They're either going to get blown out or they're going to win a bunch of games in a row.
Oh, blowout. Like it.
Yeah, they're gonna. I like it. I like the game.
And I don't see the Bears scoring a lot of points, so I don't lean toward blowout.
Indianapolis.
We got Colin, nothing?
Indianapolis
Oh,
at
you got
Houston.
nothing else there?
No, Mitch is starting this Bears. Indianapolis at Houston.
This one's actually a tough game.
Going Indy.
Who you got, Rob?
This is tough.
It is,
Both teams have been playing stupid well recently.
except last week for the Colts.
Okay. So,
I'm going Colts.
I'm going to go with the Colts strictly because the Texans don't have Will Fuller.
Oh, that was one that I think you missed, Rob. Do you know who the Houston's strength coach is?
Oh, he's probably related to the Ravens strength coach.
No,
Brian Cushing.
it's Brian Cushing.
Oh, so they're all on steroids, shocking.
Shocking. But anyway, no, I'm going the Colts. I mean, I know we all agree on this, but Deshaun Watson is on fire in the last 6 games. Literally has not thrown an interception. I'm going back and doubling down on what I said a couple weeks ago, and the Colts are the best defense in the league, and it's going to change this week because of the reason Rob mentioned, and that's without having Will Fuller. You're not going to be able to take off the top off the defense as easily. It just sucks for them. They just released Kenny Stills. Then Will Fuller goes down with his drug addiction he has.
You kind of go from having 4 receivers that were/are decent players to now losing 2 of them.
You know what? Hey, real quick, can I change my? Nah. You know what? Yeah, can I change my pick?
Sure.
No.
I'd like to go with the Texans because I do think this game is so important. If the Texans win this game, they are going to make the playoffs.
Okay, here. This is Jeff. How about this? If you change this is your lock.
Ooh, he's locking it down? You locking this?
Oh,
No, he can change it.
No, I'm not.
He can change it.
Yeah,
Let him change it. We didn't actually lock it in. We haven't gone on to the next game yet.
One of the things I'm just trying to think if it was because I feel like I might have the wrong fucking D lineman. There was one. The only thing that kind of makes me kind of want to pick Houston a little bit is, and I don't remember if it was this team or another team, but I think it was this team. They said that with DeForest Buckner, without him in, it's a completely different run stop defense as well. So I could see that playing into it a little bit, but
which could explain why they got absolutely shellacked last week by the Titans.
That's why that was one of the things I was wondering if it would, if I have it correct from something I saw on Instagram, a post. It was the games with DeForest Buckner versus without, and it's drastically different.
I think it's going to be the game of the week though, because it is the most important game to both these teams. Because if you look at the Colts' schedule, it's really freaking difficult.
Mm-hmm.
They still got to play the Raiders, they got to play the Texans again, and then they got to play the Steelers before finishing with, who cares, the Jaguars. But the next 4 games, if they want to make the playoffs, they gotta win, and the Texans need to pretty much win out.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
You're saying if the Texans win this game, they're gonna win out? Is that what you're trying to say right now?
I think they're gonna 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I think they're gonna win out.
There is no chance the Texans win out, beating the Colts twice, going to Chicago and winning, and beating Tennessee. Not happening.
Yeah, you don't go into Mitch's house and win.
4 games. What?
I said you don't go into Mitch's house and win.
Not only do I think
disagree with
Jeff,
that strongly, but there's
Jeff,
no way you win those 4
not
games.
only do I think they win, but then I think Romeo Crennel wins Coach of the Year.
Oh,
That's 100% not happening too.
I want that to happen now,
Real
though.
quick, is that possible? Like, could they do that?
I don't think so. No, I think you have to.
I
Because
want
technically
it.
he's not the head coach, right? Technically he's the interim.
Yeah, true.
Hey,
Could he
is
win
it
Coach of the Year?
Is the award head coach of the year? Can an assistant coach get it?
That's
what I'm
a
curious
good
about.
question. Is it just Coach of the
Because
Year?
if that's the case, then frickin' the special teams coach last year for New England should have got that job. That dude was crazy. Should have been coach of the year. Sorry, next one. But no,
It's gonna be a good one.
it's going to be a good game. But I think Deshaun's going to struggle a little bit against that front for the Colts. He was cruising last week against an easy defense, and like I said, without Will Fuller, it's going to be hard to take the top off the defense. I don't think Kiki Kuti is going to come in and be slumped by any means. But if Randall Cobb doesn't play too, he's without some of his
Jesus.
best weapons.
Yeah.
But my thing also, Rob, is with the Texans, dude. I mean, they're I think in 9th or 10th place right now, dude. I mean, that's a lot of people to jump to get up there. Yeah, I mean, I know they extended out, but that's tough. It's tough. Yeah, if they win out, I can see them in the playoffs. Do they win out? I'm not seeing that. But
Cincinnati at Miami. Fence.
is Joe Burrow playing this one?
No.
Or is he still out?
Still out. Unfortunately,
Damn it.
still out.
My lock of the week, the Miami Dolphins.
No, you already used your lock.
Nope. It's recorded. You said it didn't have to.
Do you think the Dolphins are better than the Giants?
Do I think the Dolphins are better
Yeah.
than the Giants? Yeah, the Dolphins
curious.
are probably going to make the playoffs. Well, the Giants might too, I guess.
Do you think the Dolphins will make the playoffs?
It's going to be close. I'm interested to see it. Let me see, because there's 7 teams. Let me see real quick. Hold on. Where are they right now? 7
You
and
want me to tell you
4.
something about the Dolphins?
What's up?
The Dolphins have the worst strength of schedule
I remember
among
you saying-
wins.
I remember you saying that last week.
Of all
Among
wins?
wins
Yeah, I
in the
believe that.
NFL. Their winning percentage of the people that they beat is 29%. That means, you know why? I mean, obviously because it's so low, it's because they beat the Jets twice.
Yeah.
But let's put it this way. Even the Bills beat the Jets twice, and they're at 41%. Are the Dolphins for real? No, the Dolphins are winning game. I'm not going to say they're going to lose to the Bengals, but I am going to say they're going to lose to the Bengals. Because, like I said, Brandon Allen looked good last week, first off. I didn't have a problem with him playing. It was his first game back in action. I think he plays a little better this week. Getting a little Gio Bernard fully healthy. I like it. But the Dolphins got a tough schedule going forward, too, though, Rob, with Kansas City, New England, Las Vegas, and then Buffalo. That's a tough schedule. So I don't know if they're going to necessarily make the playoffs, but the Dolphins, you can't win games the way they were winning them. Yes, special teams helps out. Yes, defensive turnover, defensive.
Well, that was gonna be my point.
It helps out, but it's not sustainable.
That's my point. Is that I think that the Dolphins, all 3 phases, are better than the Bengals are. Like, they're decent at all 3, and I don't know if I can say that about the Bengals at any one of them. You know what I mean?
And is Tua really doing anything special right now?
Yeah, winning.
He's not. He's 3-1. Okay.
They've won 6 out of their last 7 games.
Okay.
I don't care who they
point?
played.
What's your point? It's 3-1. What's the
Okay.
matter what they've done? Okay,
They've won
back to what I
6
said.
out of their last 7.
Okay, is Tua doing anything special though? He was pulled because he was down 20-10 going into the third quarter, going into the fourth quarter, and Ryan Fitzpatrick threw for more yards in that fourth quarter than Tua did the whole game. That means that's 2 games he started where he's thrown under 100 yards.
Is Tua even going to be the starter? Like, I don't know.
I don't know.
What we're
I don't know. But I'm just
Fitzpatrick
asking
did fine last week. What's the issue?
Well,
What are we talking
Tua's
about
starter going forward if he's
Well,
healthy, so.
here's my thing. Is that
Was he hurt last week? Because he didn't start last week.
we can
Tua?
s-
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has thumb injury. He's
Who
a thumb
cares?
injury on his throwing hand.
Dude,
Follow up,
I'm not worried about the QBs. I think the Dolphins are a sneaky good football team. That
against bad
they
teams.
they have. I mean, bad teams. They beat the Cardinals. They beat the Rams. I know the 49ers are injured, but they beat the 49ers.
But again, back to what I was saying, they didn't have to do anything on offense against the Rams. They had I think it was a punt return. They had one possession start at the one because of their defense. The Cardinals literally had a chance to win the game, or no, to tie the game, and pulled a 40-yard field goal short. Short on a 40-yard field goal in the NFL is ridiculous. They should not have won that game. Los Angeles, yes, Tua played well, should have won the game. They didn't beat Denver. And I don't even know if they would have beat the Jets if Tua was starting that game. Don't know. Don't know what would have happened.
They beat the 49ers before they all got hurt, and they were up 30-7 at halftime.
What? What did you say to me before they all got hurt? They all got hurt 2 weeks before that against the Giants because they were playing about the Giants and the Jets turf. Mm-hmm. So no, they did not beat them with all those injuries. Nope.
Well, then why did Garoppolo play? Moser played. Deebo Samuel played. Ayuk played.
Their whole defense was hurt.
Oh, who cares? Whatever, dude. Hey, I got it. No matter what I say, you're going to be right on this one. On to the next
I'm not
one.
saying anything. I'm just asking if they're for real team. I'm not saying anyone's right.
They are. They are a very good football team.
By what standard, though, is what I'm saying.
They win football games.
I guess one of those bad teams, though. That's what I'm. That's my point.
Okay, so I get what your point is. The Bengals are a bad team.
You're saying against bad teams. Are the Bills going to make the playoffs? They lost by 3 to them. Are the Seahawks going to make the playoffs? They lost by 8. Are the Niners going to make the playoffs? They beat them by almost 30. Are the Cardinals
Niners not going to make the playoffs? No.
Are the Cardinals going to make the playoffs? They beat them by 3. Are the Rams going to make the playoffs? They beat them by 9. Like, what are we talking about? I'm not saying any one of their phases is that good. No. But they are a good football team. Are they going to make noise in the playoffs? Probably not. They're going to go to the wild card and lose.
I am doubling down right now for my pick for the rest of the year that the Dolphins do not make the playoffs. That is my pick each week, okay? They will not make the playoffs. There is no chance.
Wow.
Okay, that's how confident I am. You can't win football games that way. You can't do it. Move on to the next game.
Okay. We're moving on to the next.
Real quick. Right now, they're the 5 seed. Right? Is my math right there? They're the 5 seed, right?
No, they're not. Because they're what? Oh, wait, no, they are. Are they 8-3? No, they're 7-4, aren't they?
Oh, the Browns. I missed the Browns. So they're tied for the 6th seed. Okay. Go ahead. Got it.
So before we move on, all I'm going to say is this: is that Tebow won, and that team wasn't like the Dolphins offensively.
That team had a lot better defense than the Dolphins does. A lot better.
Their offense was a lot worse as well, but either way, it doesn't matter.
Winning's winning. Moving on. Jacksonville at Minnesota.
Who cares?
Yeah, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
I guess Minnesota, sure.
All right. The Raiders at the Jets.
Raiders. There's no way they get embarrassed 2 weeks in a row. There's no way they get embarrassed 2 weeks in a row. They can't.
It's
if they lose to the Jets, if they're the team that loses to the Jets, they won't win another game.
Now you're over the top. That's absurd.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're picking Raiders too. Like, I don't even.
Oh yes, obviously yes. Yeah. I'm not going to the Jets. I picked the Jets. I already tried to give them to win.
Cleveland.
To a victory, and
Cleveland
they do it for me.
At Tennessee. I can't fucking wait, Tennessee.
Here you go, Rob. Is Cleveland a good team?
Yeah, Cleveland. I'm picking them.
Titans.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man, I'm going to Titans.
Yeah. I don't even want to ask him. I don't. I just want to move on at this point.
No, I want to know. I want to know
fine,
why
ask
the
him.
Browns
Ask
win
him.
this game.
If they win football games, I don't know what to tell you.
the Cleveland the Cleveland Browns have one win against a team above 500. One. They beat the Indianapolis Colts. One. They beat the Bengals by 5. They should have. They beat Washington. They should have. They beat Dallas. They should have. Got blown out by a pretty good Pittsburgh team. Got beat by 10 by Vegas. Beat Cincinnati again. Beat Houston in a bad windy game. Beat Philadelphia. Beat Jacksonville barely. But
The last 2 weeks they've won on the last drive against not good teams. I don't know how you can pick the Browns in this, but
I don't know, man. I mean, it's just I don't know if they have an answer. I mean, I'm gonna go back to Tennessee. I don't know if they have an answer for the leading rusher in the NFL and Derrick Henry. Do they? I don't think so. No, I mean, Nick Chubb's good himself. Tennessee, I think, will figure it out. It looked good against Colts when they had to get a win. That's kind of Mike Vrabel's thing. I mean, I think probably coming from the Bill Belichick tree, you just don't win or just don't lose back-to-back games. Just don't do it. Come out, fix your mistakes, and that's what he did. I think the Browns make the playoffs. I don't think they're a good team, though.
no. I think the Browns make the playoffs and get immediately eliminated.
I think the Browns make the playoffs simply because they could be playing a depleted Baltimore team. They play the Giants. They play the Jets. 11 wins are going to get them in the playoffs. I mean, that's, I don't care if they win 2 out of those. They play the Giants and Jets. They're going to win those games. Games they should win. 10 wins get you in the playoffs. It's just lucky that your 10 wins, one of those is going to be against a 500 or better team.
Yeah.
One.
That's it.
If you want to show me, I'm not saying the Browns are a bad team. I'm not completely against them like Colin over here. You want to come out and tell me they're a good team? Show up against Tennessee. I'm done. I'm a Bills fan. I'm done with moral victories in general. Show it to me. Come out, beat Tennessee. Come out, take it to Baltimore. And honestly, I mean, they might be able to beat Pittsburgh at the end of the year if Pittsburgh has the first seed locked up. I like that they changed it this year. Only one team having a bye because now if the Chiefs ring them off and say Pittsburgh stumbles once, then we got games. Week 17, dude.
We got
games. We got games. And I don't know who has a tiebreaker. If Pittsburgh has a tiebreaker over Chiefs and they're one game ahead, yeah, it's unfortunate. We don't have that type of stuff, but.
All right.
I just
moving on to the 4 o'clock games. We start off Rams at Arizona.
Rams.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know. They both suck recently.
Going Rams.
Have they played yet?
I don't think so. I think this is one of the ones.
That I do not know, actually.
Is this one of the ones where they play?
Play last game of the year.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Oh, they play again? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, this is one of the end of game rivalry, end of game twofers.
Rob, you want a little bit more time? I'll go on my little spiel here.
No.
And then I'll see if I can sway you one
The
way.
Rams.
All right. I'm simply picking the Rams just because Sean McVay is still smart. Sean McVay is going to put Jared Goff in situations to make smart throws, even if it's only reading half the field. I don't think Jared Goff is a great quarterback by any stretch, but he has had 5 turnovers in the last 2 weeks, and I think Sean McVay is going to protect him. He's going to use the run, short screen passes, like he has, to get him out of other situations. And they're actually a really good screen football team. Kyler Murray looks like his shoulder is bothering him more than he's leaning on. He is not running the ball. I mean, I don't know, Rob, you can attest this more than I can, but I did not think he was running the ball the same as he was last week, as he was the previous few weeks, especially against the Bills. And I think that's shown with Kenyon Drake scoring 2 short yardage touchdowns, which usually Murray is selfish and takes in himself. So that's why I'm going Rams. The Rams defense is going to shut him down because he is hobbled by that shoulder. That's just my thoughts, but no one else. Okay.
I mean, shit, you just said everything. No, I just think the Rams are a better team. I like I like what the Rams do schematically. You know, I think the
Offense and
Arizona.
defense, honestly.
I
their
think
defense is coming on.
I think Arizona tries to do too much. I think that's gonna be the downfall of that team is that they're always gonna trying constantly to do too much.
Okay, yeah, I agree. That's Clint Kingsbury's MO.
Mhm.
You know, he wants to sling it. You know,
Giants at Seattle.
Colin, if you do not pick the Giants, you are wrong here.
Oh,
Colt McCoy will lead them to a victory for you.
Oh, fuck off, Seattle. Fucking Colt McCoy. Fuck off out of here. That dude's still in the fucking league. Jesus fuck.
I don't even know if he's playing for sure, but I know that that's his backup if Daniel Jones' hamstring is not healed in time.
Oh my god.
It is going to be the Colt McCoy show.
Fuck off with that shit.
Yeah.
No, I'm good. I'll pick Seattle.
What?
Seattle's defense is looking good, though. Or go ahead, Picky, make your pick.
I don't have it. Who'd you pick, Colin?
I pick Seattle, obviously.
Who'd you pick, Jeff?
I pick Seattle, yeah.
Well, for this pick, I'm doing a celeb pick. And
God.
Megan is choosing for me. And she chose Seattle. And her reasoning was... So, with that logic, I mean... How can I pick against them?
If Meg picked it, dude, I'm locking it down right here.
Oh!
Wrapping it
Jeff
up.
just made it the lock of the week.
Lock of the
No, I just think Seattle's defense is playing too well. They
Dunlap looks...
Jamal-
Oh my god.
Who you said?
Dunlap looks fucking like a
well,
man of
Dunlap,
like possessed now.
He did come up with a foot injury this past week. Pete Carroll said it shouldn't slow him down much, but it's a D lineman. Obviously, he depends on his feet a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Jamal Adams is looking better and better as he gets healthier throughout the week and more comfortable in this defense, I feel like. He is a linebacker. I don't care what position it says on his player card there. He is a linebacker, and he will forever be a linebacker. But I think Chris Carson coming back helps out huge, and they also found a gem by getting Carlos Hyde and actually getting him involved in this offense with Chris Carson being out. I like what Seattle's doing right now. Hate to have him go to another Super Bowl because I dislike Pete Carroll, but that's another story.
That's the story for another day.
Yes.
Philadelphia at Green Bay.
Colin's gonna lock this one up because Philadelphia sucks.
Wait, real quick, guys.
What?
Hey, I don't know if you said this when we first started, but did you see the basketball breaking news?
Yes, where
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook got traded.
Yes.
I was
Did you say that
wondering
at
why
the
you
beginning?
didn't comment that when I said it, but I was just gonna let it go.
Yeah, I was gonna say I commented on it.
I probably was it when I wasn't here for the first 20 seconds.
Probably, actually,
Yeah.
now that you say that, because we were like, "Oh, Rob, you have any rebuttals?" No, didn't think so. Next.
Yeah. Okay, so I wasn't there yet. All right, cool. No worries.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. Real quick side note on basketball, I did not think I would see where John Wall is valued at more than Russell Westbrook is. Did not see that coming.
No, never saw
personally.
that coming.
But yeah, that's just my tough one.
Sorry to interrupt. What was the next game? The Eagles versus who?
For the Pack.
Eagles, Packer.
No. Should have waited for this to be my lock of the week. Jesus. Are you gonna pick the Eagles, Colin? Go
No,
ahead.
I'm not gonna pick the fucking Eagles this time.
You love Carson Wentz, dude. Is this the game that we're gonna see Jalen Hurts play?
I don't know.
You're not gonna see him play until that offensive line gets fixed.
I don't think I'm going with a different reason as what me and Jeff talked about last week. That team is so fucking like on point with like we signed you to a 4-year deal as a starter, so you're going to be a starter for 4 years. It doesn't matter. They have a young left tackle that should be starting. They have a backup quarterback that should be starting, and there's another fucking kid that should be starting. I can't remember the position, but they're holding back these guys and starting veterans that aren't doing well. And that's what they've been doing all fucking season. And they're not going to do better until that happens. So I assume we're all.
Alright.
I was going
I
to say
choose
we're.
the team. I choose the team that's playing the Eagles. Doesn't matter who it is.
Yes, this is so. Yes, it's a. Moving on. New
Moving
England.
on.
Yeah.
What?
Jeff didn't even pick.
Okay, Jeff, pick Philadelphia. I fucking dare you. Do it.
No, I'm going against you guys. I'm picking Green Bay.
Okay.
That's what I said. I actually think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. Green Bay's defense is struggling. And I just want to point that out there. Miles Sanders could have a big day. Watch out.
Okay.
Catching the ball. And Boston Scott, honestly, too. I'm telling you, Green Bay's defense is struggling against the run.
Yeah.
It is. It is. And it's scary. It's scary for my Super Bowl prediction. But, all right, next.
Next.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Do I sound better?
Yes.
Sexy.
Megan just set up a Bluetooth headset for me.
I
This
like it.
is
I can't hear
weird.
as much background noise, so that's awesome.
Yeah, we can't
Well,
hear
I have
any.
a headset on now. Wow. Up top, Meg. There you go.
I'm here
But
right
it's-
here for it.
Get it, girl.
Oh, so you don't need my microphone anymore. Okay.
I'll just be
I don't know if
$35.
he's not gonna be able to use this during playing. So
Oh.
Yeah,
he's still gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It is just a one-eared one, though, so maybe I could do...
Ooh, you do a doubly? Oh, I love it. All right, New England, Los Angeles Chargers.
Yep.
Who we got, boys and girls? Chargers.
This isn't another way for the Chargers to lose?
Chargers.
I don't think so. I think the
Chargers.
Bills slowed him down enough last week that Herbert's going to come out pissed off. Austin Eckler looked fine last week. I think they're going to get him back involved and they're going to get moving.
I said it during all of our draft stuff. I like Herbert, and I've liked him, since then.
That's not true. You said you loved... Didn't he say you loved Burrow over Herbert any day?
That's what I heard.
That's 100% what I heard.
I heard
We'll have to
Burrows
play
till
that
I
back
die.
another time. We'll have to play that back again.
No.
I heard Burrows or nobody.
Yeah, no, I think Herbert. I think that they're going to try and get this, this shit going after a tough game against Buffalo. Now they're going against, New England, and it's in LA.
Yeah, gotta love those cross-country trips for Bill Belichick.
Can you
He's
hear me
gonna
now?
wake up on the wrong side of the bed.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello? Oh, you can still hear me?
Yes.
Well, that didn't work then. How about now?
Yes,
If
we
we
can still
can
hear
hear
you.
you, it didn't work. I don't understand it.
Yeah, I'm confused.
I was trying to do the mute thing. Anyway, I picked the Patriots. I can tell you why after I get my dog in.
Okay, I like dogs. But anyway, I'll just talk then. I like the Chargers. I like their offense. I like their defense. They need a new coach. Anthony Lynn, nothing against you, but I loved you when you were in Buffalo as a running backs coach. But you're not the answer as a head coach. We need a new head coach in LA. We need someone who's going to nurture Justin Herbert. Herbert is a good quarterback. He's a big quarterback, and he has a big arm, and I love it.
I love the fact that if you look at where, like, they went here, and they have Hunter Henry, they have Keenan Allen, they have Mike Williams, if I'm correct, and then there's another guy, I can't think of his name now.
What are you looking at? What, receiver?
Yeah.
Austin Eckler, he's a stud. I want to actually see him get Justin Kelly involved a little bit. Justin? Yeah,
Joshua.
I agree.
Joshua Kelly.
Yeah,
There you
Josh
go.
Kelly.
Yes. Okay, good call. I was like, Justin Jackson. Justin Jackson, too. Justin Jackson and Josh. I want to see a little three-headed monster going on in that backfield. I really do. But no, I mean, Balaj has been looking good before he was ruled out last game. I liked him going forward. Balaga, they got solid Trey Turner, Forrest Lamp, Feeney on the offensive line. Yeah, and then is it what's his name, Guyton? I'm pretty sure he's a rookie too. I don't know. He might not be. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the rookie. Don't book that, but he looked good in receiver too. They're putting something together over there, and it's nice. Nice. Not to mention Kenneth Murray on the defensive side of the ball. Love it. Just think about how much better that defense is going to look like with Derwin James.
Yeah, exactly.
Too.
Do we know when he's back?
I don't
Next
think
year.
he's coming back this year.
Is
Yeah,
it next
I
year?
don't think
Because I was going to say
he's coming
that
back
like Derwin James is a game changer for that defense. Like it adds such a stability to that secondary and like a presence they don't have.
If he can
Yep,
stay
well,
healthy.
Yeah, exactly. It's 2 years in a row now he's been injured. So.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, Rob. Let's see. Why are we going to pick the Patriots this week?
Why the Patriots?
For one reason and one reason only. If they don't win, their season's over. They need to win this game or the game against the Rams, and I don't think they have the horses to beat the Rams. So they need to win this one to have any chance. And then their last reigning hope is they got to sweep the AFC East to finish the year, and that's going to be real tough. So the sole reason I'm going to be picking them this week and next week is because if they don't, then I don't know if they ever will.
When's the last time Bill Belichick had to get his team ready for essentially what we're going to call now, based off what you're saying, an elimination game?
Yeah,
When's
one of
the
these
last
two.
time-
Wow.
He's got to win one of the two LA games. They're must wins.
Yeah, it's been.
I'm just curious. I mean, does Bill Belichick
I was
have
gonna
what? Let's question this.
He did.
Does Bill
He had
Belichick
one.
have what it takes when he's back against the wall to put him up there? He's always had a nice, comfortable lead with Thomas out there. You know.
He had
But-
1 year. He had 1 year where he had a must win. And Matt Castle and Randy Moss led them to a win against the Miami Dolphins. And they still didn't make the playoffs.
Well, there you
With
go.
10 wins. They won 10 games, didn't make the playoffs.
It's because Matt Castle
That was the
sucks.
last time. Last time they were in a must-win situation
Okay.
to make a
That's my
playoff.
question.
So
It doesn't
it
happen
will
very
be
often
very
with
interesting.
Billy.
No, for definitely the first time in December.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Before
That's
the beginning of December.
Yeah. Yep.
But if
So-
if they win these two games, then they are setting up that, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, is it Sunday night or Monday night, Jeff, when they play right after Christmas against the Bills?
Sunday. It's gonna be a Sunday.
Sunday night matchup right after Christmas. The Pats have to make it interesting though.
is that it? Where is that?
At Buffalo, right?
Oh,
Because the first one was in New England, wasn't it? No.
No, I think it's the other way around, dude. Yeah, it's at the no, it is a Monday night game because the Bills played one before as a Sunday. I'm sorry, the Bills have so many primetime games. You know, they're such a good team. There's too many primetime games. It's hard to keep them all straight. But yes, it is a Monday night game, and it is in New England.
Oh, there you go.
You like how I threw that in there?
yeah, that was fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
But the thing is, who does New England have until then?
Left or
So
Yeah,
they go.
The
they
Bills
go
might not
they
even
go
have to beat them, dude.
They go Chargers, Rams. So this is the Pats. Chargers, Rams, Dolphins, Bills, Jets.
So,
So if
what's the record? 5? Are they 5
They're
or
5
4
and
or
6. So if they can be, they're 5 and 6. So if they
Okay.
can win one out of the two, if they can go into it at 6 and 7, then they have a chance. If they sweep the East, which will be very difficult, but if they can sweep those three, then they'll finish 9 and 7, and they'll hold a tiebreaker over the Dolphins
Interesting.
because they will sweep the Dolphins in the season series. So it's going to be real interesting.
I was gonna say because you could get a pretty easy game against the Bills, honestly. With, I mean, I'm not gonna say the Bills have an easy schedule by any stretch, just because they have to play the Steelers in there, and obviously the Patriots and Dolphins. But
You're right. No, I mean, if the Bills win their next 3 games, though, they'll probably be resting players.
I mean, even so, what you just said with your situation, they get 9 games if they beat the Bills. You know what I mean? Get to 9 wins.
If they don't,
The Bills
yeah,
beat the
if they don't
49ers
sweep,
and
yeah.
Broncos. That gets them to 10 wins already.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's gonna be. It's definitely an interesting situation.
This is a weird flex by Jeff right now.
No, I'm just
It's
saying,
awesome. It's awesome that Rob has used that now in a correct term. I love it. Rob's learning.
I'm not trying to flex. In any
He's
way, shape, or
learning.
form. I'm just strictly
I'm not.
saying.
I'm not trying to
Yeah,
flex.
I'm
We have the most
just
primetime
saying.
games.
I'm trying to figure
I'm
out the
just
math
saying,
where you're saying
Colin,
that the Bills
if-
were going, or the Patriots are going. But next game, we don't even have to talk about. 100%.
Oh, because I was saying second place. I think the team that comes in second place in the AFC East makes the playoffs.
Denver at
That's what I'm
Kansas
saying.
City.
the third could too, if that situation.
Sunday Night Football.
Kansas City.
How'd you even know they're playing Sunday Night Football? What if Kendall Hinton now that he gets a full week of practice?
Yeah, no. Kansas City.
What if Drew Lock
Next
comes
game.
back, which I think he is?
Yeah, all the quarterbacks
and the
tested.
Broncos are just severely pissed off.
Then they'll still lose by 30 points. Kansas City, next game.
Denver always puts up a fight against Kansas City.
It's in Kansas City.
Denver always puts up a fight against Kansas City. Kansas City 43, Broncos 16. That happened on Halloween.
Yeah, without Drew Lock, I bet too.
I don't know, honestly. Let me look.
I have no idea either. I'm just throwing
Drew
it
Lock,
out there, hoping I'm right.
24 or 40 with 2 picks.
There's no way I'm picking against the Chiefs.
It was such a blowout that Chad Henne played.
Yes! Oh, I remember that because we were talking about that, Jeff.
Yes,
yeah, Chad Henne.
Actually,
fucking the old man. Love him.
I forgot he was even in the league.
Albert O, 7 catches for 60 yards in that game.
Oh, Albert O, look at that.
Albert's a stud.
All right.
Did you know he played for the Broncos? I had no idea.
I did actually. Because I was really upset when I found that out. Because I'm like, damn, he's never going to get any big stats because of Noah Fant.
I was going to say, that's kind of weird, though, that they have both tight ends that you've used in Madden recently and that you actually like. That's kind of funny. Starting off the Monday doubleheader, we have Washington at Pittsburgh.
Oh, what a great game. What a great game. Pittsburgh.
I'm actually going to take Washington.
Ooh,
I'm not impressed with Pittsburgh the last few weeks.
After what I saw tonight, I'm going Washington.
And I just think that. Sorry, Jeff. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good.
I just really think if Washington. This is a big if. I know we have time still. If Washington's defensive line is healthy, they can make it so that the Steelers can't put up points. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if Washington's offense will be able to score any. I have no idea. Alex Smith doesn't like to take chances, and the Steelers usually force you to take shots. So I'll be interested to see what happens. I mean, you look at the Ravens. The only way they scored was on a deep shot by McSorley, right? I didn't see the other touchdown. I thought
the other one was a
RG3 breaker.
Yeah, it was a muffed. It was a muffed punt. So we had it. Yeah.
So I mean.
I think it's going to be a little bit.
Wait, you're picking Washington too, Colin?
Yep, I'm picking Washington too. I was just going to say I think it's going to be a drastically different game plan week to week for them, and especially with it kind of being a little bit of a shorter week, I guess, for them. But going from a team that likes to hide the blitzes, likes to disguise what they're doing, to a Washington front that just says, "Here's our front four. Let's have fun." I think that's going to be a little bit different, and especially with the loss of Bud Dupree on defense, could they start getting that run game going?
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, obviously, no matter what, Pittsburgh still was solid against the run tonight. But that's, I think, partially due to the fact of who you had at quarterback. You can line up on the outside. And,
one of the things I did love was them saying that they talked to Tomlin a bit before the game about RG3 and what is it like to scout against him or whatever. And he was like, he's a mobile quarterback. Like it's not like he's Lamar. He's like Lamar's like adding another gap into the defense. He's like RG3 is just another mobile quarterback. And I heard him say that and I was like, that's fucking hilarious and I love it.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a good game, I think, and I think Washington's front is going to show up. I think keys for Pittsburgh is going to be first getting Marquise Pouncey back.
Yes.
That's huge as a center for Pittsburgh, as well as James Conner.
Yes.
James Conner is a huge
difference. Don't know about James Conner, so
huge. So those are huge. But on the same side of things, Ben Roethlisberger, which I actually learned tonight, has the lowest snap to pass rate in the NFL. I don't care what your front is. If you get the ball out that quickly, as Ben Roethlisberger has been doing all season, it does not matter what your front is. It matters what's behind your front.
Exactly.
Washington's secondary is among one of the worst in the league. It is. Okay. They do not have anyone. I don't know if they're going to have anyone that's going to be able to stick with Claypool. I don't know if they're going to have anyone to stick with Deontay Johnson. And honestly, who are they going to put on Juju? I don't know. I mean, you can even go as far as Ebron. I mean, Ebron looked good tonight, had a couple drops, the whole team did. I mean, I don't know. But I
mean, you
trust the up front Washington. I don't trust the back end.
Fair
And
enough.
because of Ben getting rid of the ball so quickly, I don't think it matters about their D-line. But I think it's going to be a good matchup up front. I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball. So
then
I
we
know
go
what
to
you're saying, but I want you to kind of along what you always say with the division games.
Yep.
There is something to say about a team that is not desperate and a team that is desperate. The the football team is fighting for a playoff spot. The Steelers pretty much have one locked up.
But you
I know
are
they
fighting
don't,
now
but
for home
that
field
one seed, I
advantage.
know.
For 1 seed.
Mhm.
I obviously, yes, I understand what you're saying. There is more desperation coming out of Washington than there is out of Pittsburgh. I mean, you can't argue that. One's comfortable in the driver's seat, one's struggling and, trying to smell the playoffs. You know what I mean?
I think you're going to truly find out if Ron Rivera was a good hire by how they play. Not necessarily if they win, but by how they play. If they come out hungry and ready to go and it's a close game, I think Ron Rivera was a good hire for this young football team, and they might be in good shape moving forward here.
Okay.
So now we go Buffalo at San Fran.
False.
Buffalo at San Francisco, but it is being played in Arizona.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, it's a big difference with all the fans.
I'm going Bills.
Yeah, I mean,
You got
is anybody healthy for the 49ers right now?
Yes, Raheem Mostert's back. Deebo Samuel is back. There is
Who's at QB?
potential that Jimmy G is coming back, but they don't know for sure yet.
Yeah, Bills.
Are we doing this with a spread or?
No, straight up, Rob. Straight up, as we do every week for every game.
So I'm definitely gonna take the Bills then.
Okay. All right, we're gonna take the Bills in this one, guys. As a Bills fan, it does scare me a little bit with Deebo Samuel and Raheem Mostert coming back. The Bills have had issues stopping gadget players, like Deebo Samuel is. They use him in so many different ways. And running backs in general. The Bills have had a pretty bad run defense. They could get Matt Milano back this week, which should help out largely in the middle of that field. AJ Klein is playing awesome, so I mean their run defense is playing better. But it'll be interesting to see what they do with this team. Shanahan, I don't know. I mean, I've told, I think, at least Colin, I don't know, Rob, if you've been privy to these conversations. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know how Shanahan keeps winning games. I don't.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things. We said it last week with that game. I think all three of us said, we wouldn't be surprised if San Fran wins this game.
I would. I'd be surprised if they win this game.
Well, no, I'm saying for last week. I'm saying for last week. Last week we said that.
Yes.
And it's one of those things. It's
San Fran finds ways to win. Also, last week, the reason we said it last week, too, is it is a division game. I mean, division games are always tough. And that's, the thing with San Fran is if they could beat the Bills, they do have a good-looking schedule going forward, to sneak into the playoffs, potentially. I mean, they got the Washington football team, the Cowboys, and then...
You already said they're not making the playoffs, though.
Arizona?
No, you said the 49ers.
Or sorry, 49ers. That's what I meant. Not Arizona. I'm solely basing it on you're not going to be able to get that many people in the playoffs from one division. You can't get all 4 teams in. You can't.
Oh, you can.
Stop.
you can.
Not when you have Tampa Bay.
Oh,
there
you
too.
fucking can.
So I mean that's
Tampa's
the thing.
losing out.
Tampa's losing out.
Well, so that's the thing. I mean, freaky things could happen. I mean, so they got Arizona and the Seahawks to end the season. So it's going to be a tough stretch for them. But if they can get healthy towards the end of the year, I mean,
I'm gonna throw this stupid one out there. Tampa's gonna tank for Trevor, and then they're gonna trade Tom Brady to New York, to the Jets. Boom. That's my bullshit. That's my bullshit thing.
So what's really gonna happen? Your trade was stupid. What's really gonna happen is Jimmy G
gets traded back
in San Fran after this season. He's going to go back to Bill. and Bill will have his quarterback again.
Tuesday
And then,
night.
guess what? Actually, I heard that they're actually looking to get Hunter Henry too, which would be a nice target for him.
Oh, yeah.
So, just pointing that out too. He loves George Kittle. I mean, he's gonna love Hunter Henry in New England.
True. Final game of the week is Tuesday night. We got Dallas at Baltimore. I'm going Baltimore, and Baltimore's the lock.
What? What? Dak's coming back. Oh, I'm sorry. Too soon. Yeah, Baltimore's winning this game. I don't care if RG McSorley's playing. They're winning this game.
RG McSorley.
So I don't care who's playing at quarterback. Any of them's better than Andy Dalton.
I mean, that's the thing. We've already seen Andy Dalton, so I mean, it's nothing new to us.
It doesn't matter.
Like,
Andy Dalton's not going to be able to move the ball against Baltimore's defense. Baltimore still is one of the best defenses. They just honestly, I mean, I was surprised they didn't get worn down tonight with how much they were on the field. I thought they were going to get worn down and they were going to get pushed all over the field in the second half and just.
I gotta say, a lot of our the guys that we had to step up because of COVID and because of injuries. Some of these guys that are stepping up, it's just like they're doing a great job. It doesn't seem it because we've lost a few games now, in a row, but they've been doing a great job.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. Rob, who you got in this game?
Yeah, I'm taking the Cowboys.
What? He's not doing that.
No, I'm being serious. I don't believe in the Ravens at all. I don't know what you guys see. They'll probably win because the Cowboys suck, but
I was just about to say, what do you see in the Cowboys? If you don't believe in the Ravens, what do you believe in the Cowboys?
It has everything to do with I don't think the Ravens are that good. I think they're on the Cowboys level. No.
Did you say they're not on the Cowboys level, or they are?
They're on the same level as the Cowboys. They're not good.
Wow.
When they need stops, they can't get stops. When they need points, they can't get points. Like, I get it, Colin, it's your favorite team, so you're never. Yeah, you need it every week. It doesn't matter who you play. It's the NFL. You can play the Jets, and the Jets still play some teams tight. Like. I'm not saying that the Ravens aren't going to win. I'm not saying. I mean, I am saying that, but I'm not saying they couldn't win.
That's exactly what you're saying about picking the Cowboys.
I'm not saying that they couldn't win.
I love it, Rob. I love it. I love you going against it. Okay, I don't have a problem with it as long as you have something to back it up. I like it.
I just you're telling me they got Colin. You said it best. They've got all these guys that no one's ever heard of that are doing a really good job. Maybe they got no one's ever heard of. Like,
well, yeah. So I'm saying that because of injuries and COVID right now. I'm saying from the game that ended 3 hours ago. Rob, I'm not like
Jeff said that it's a division game. It's always close, I guess.
Yeah, okay. It's the Cowboys. Name a player on their team that's doing well. Oh, that's right. You can't because it's the fucking
Tony
Cowboys.
Tony Pollard.
CeeDee Lamb's actually having a pretty good season. Mari Cooper's still putting
Mari
up
Cooper's
stats.
still doing well, yeah. The only one that's not, that's a good name, is probably Zeke. Zeke's doing pretty bad.
Yep.
And obviously the quarterback, but hey.
Can I switch my pick? I think Rob might have sold me on just picking the Ravens even more.
God. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, for fuck's sake, like.
Colin didn't even listen to a word I said. He's like, "Oh my god."
I highlight it. I'm like, you fucking come on, really, fucking really.
Oh shit. Sorry guys.
Can we have a serious question? Why is this a Monday night game?
It's a Tuesday night game.
It's a Tuesday night because of the.
It's such a bad game. They should play it tomorrow.
F the Ravens, make them no, strictly because of time off, dude. Strictly because of time off. But no, that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen.
They got a lot of guys got played really well because of COVID. So,
guys,
there's a lot of Cowboy players that have played good fucking on the History Channel too.
Guys. I'm pretty sure I just
picked Cowboys on the History Channel?
Of course there is. That's where all their games are because they haven't done anything lately.
Really? I could have swore I watched one. Maybe it wasn't on Fox. What channel was I watching on Thanksgiving?
I love it.
Wait, real quick.
Mm.
Is that all of them?
Yes, all of them.
Where's the Bucks?
They have bye, I
week,
guess. Yeah.
Bucks and Panthers are on bye. I know
All
for
right.
sure.
I picked the bye week.
The bye week over those
The
teams.
bye week's gonna beat the Bucks.
I
The
mean,
bye week, you know who it's not going to beat? The Bengals are playing. Never mind. The Bucks, it's going to beat. It will not beat the Panthers because it is going to help Christian McCaffrey get back and hopefully make the Panthers into a playoff pushing team.
all right. There
And
we
if
go.
you're telling me
right.
that the 49ers
Teddy
are going to make
Bridgewater's
it,
back. They're terrible.
they're not bad. I like Christian McCaffrey. He's my man.
So that is all the games. That's it. Any final remarks?
Well, I heard a rumor that Matt Stafford might be going to the Patriots at the end of the year. So
Two players
I
going to
just
the
want-
Patriots. Weird.
I just want to hear someone
I
confirm
heard-
or deny that.
I heard that Allen Robinson was maybe going there too.
Oh, okay. Well, sounds like they got a new offense coming in.
Yeah,
That'd
I
be
mean,
pretty
shit.
awesome for them. Pretty awesome for that Patriots team. I love the Patriots and everyone from New England. All of them.
Well, depending on where you are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Stay trouble, stay safe, and we will talk to y'all later. Bye.
Peace out.